Thanks, Waddle. I know it's a little late, but I appreciate it just the same. Now can you do my dishes for me, please? Waddle, watch your language, or I'll make you into duck soup. You're right, I can't stay mad at you. Anyway, welcome back to Margaret's Schpiel, folks. I thank you all for your wonderful warm birthday wishes and greetings. Jeanette and I have had a fabulous time at Center Island, and I realize I am procrastinating. I got a ton of dishes to do, and obviously, yada yada yada. Anyway, we had a great day. We took the long way there via Center Island. I think I'll sit in my room, and while I continue to tell you about my day. Sorry about the mess. I literally haven't made my bed in over a week because it's just been too hot. I just sleep under the sheet and there's no sense in remaking my bed. So I've turned on the fan. We took the long way there via Hanlon's Point. We took the smaller ferry. There are no seats, but we could at least lean against the railing and enjoy the view. I don't remember that walk taking that long when I did it several years ago. I think Jeanette doesn't remember, but I think it was because it was a day when I went to Centre Island all by myself. My boss gave me a rare day off work, so I decided I'd go to Centre Island on my own. It was quite last minute, spur of the moment, and I could have sworn it only took me about half an hour to walk from Hanlon's Point to Centreville. It took us 2 hours because the airport has expanded drastically. So we were getting pretty hot, and there was like this kids' water park there with sprinklers and fountains. So we had a pit stop there where we got ourselves totally soaked, and then we finally got near Centreville, and the first thing we did was have lunch at the Carousel Cafe. We sat outside because we would have been freezing in that air conditioning. While I was coming back from the washroom, I took pictures of all the carousel horses that were on display in the restaurant. And after we ate, we bought our day passes, and the first thing we went on was the teacup ride. And I guess we were both too big to ride in the same cup together, which is fine by me because Jeanette doesn't like to spin around as much while I just go nuts behind the wheel. Zoom, 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 zoom. I like to spin the wheel as fast as I can go, and I was still pretty dizzy for about a minute after the ride stopped, but not nearly as dizzy as I was that time that I rolled down the hill, the time Andy and I went to see that carousel in my old neighborhood when they had that film shoot. Speaking of carousels, our beautiful carousel is still there and just as wonderful and magical as ever. I think about all the hassles and stress and tiredness of the day, but it was worth it all. Like, all that, it just pales compared to how beautiful and wonderful that carousel is. It's my childhood happy place. And it was so nice to see that they've repainted it a bit. They've given it these gorgeous metallic touches here and there. All the cats were carrying beautiful metallic fish in rich colors. And a lot of the horses had shiny trappings, like the red flowers, and that one beautiful white horse had this bright green part on the saddle blanket. But the camera doesn't do it justice. But we had a total of 7 carousel rides that day. The first time, Jeanette was riding a pig, and I rode a lion. Second time, we both rode in a chariot. The third time, we both rode the bunny rabbits. I love wabbits. And then we did some other stuff. We looked around in the gift store. The gift store was kind of disappointing this time. Nothing really special that I'd really want. A lot of boring t-shirts. Nothing really to tempt me to spend much money, although I did get quite a few postcards and a couple 6-packs of Soda Blaster candies for me and Dave. And we went on the haunted house ride. I don't know if they've tamed it down since I was a kid or if I'm just a lot harder to scare than I used to be. And I spent most of the ride just thumbing my nose and saying to the monsters, "Ha ha, you don't scare me." And we went on the antique car ride. I think that was it, and then we went back for, I think, 4 more carousel rides. I rode a giraffe and 3 different horses. By the end of the day, we were pretty tired, and the ferry was packed. We basically waited for most of the people to get off first, so we'd be last. And we were gonna have dinner at Jack Astor's, but there was a huge lineup out the door. And the other place next door to it, the Loose Moose, wasn't that much better. There was no lineup, but the people were packed in there like sardines, and the music was painfully loud, so screw that idea. So we found a Tim Hortons just up the street. We're really glad of that. It wasn't that busy. But we always have to deal with foreigners who have accents, and we don't understand them, they don't understand us. I asked for a strawberry lemonade, they gave me a plain one, I sent it back. I think we were pretty much out of spoons at that point, like metaphorically speaking. I've told you the story of the spoons theory. And Jeanette had a mini meltdown when she crashed her hip into the serving rail. Like they have like a rail for trays of food. And we made it back to Union Station. It was very confusing finding our way around because the signs don't make any sense. Everything is designed for and by neurotypicals. But I had a nice birthday present from Dave this morning of my birthday. That was the day before yesterday. Sure feels like a long time ago. He got me that beautiful painting from that African store. I guess he didn't know what to get me, and Jeanette tipped him off to that. I've got to find a place to hang it. I know where I'm going to hang it, I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Last night we watched Bob's Burgers, the movie. Dave found that when he was out at the bank yesterday. And I guess that's all there is for now. I will talk to you later. Oh, by the way, there are 2 big events coming up in Toronto where my quilts will be for sale. I'm trusting Annie and David to take good care of them and sell them for me. And hopefully by the end of the summer I'll have a nice little nest egg before I go off to San Francisco for a week. And I will tell you more as details become clearer. And I've got the symposium coming up in November. Well, that's it for now. Smell every rose, sing every song, and dance like no one's watching. How was I never mind. I'll do that another time. I feel too silly now. Bye-bye. Be back soon.